Hey, what's up everybody? This is Damron. We're playing Gears 5. This is part of my Master Escape series, which brings us to the Labyrinth. This is a really cool map, very unique. Let's look at the modifiers we have in this map. We've got Ghost Wardens, so Wardens are going to cloak when they're near you. More Wardens, right? So we've got an increased number of Wardens, and also the Wardens are invincible. Another modifier is Shock Rifle Drones, so rifle drones that are going to cause shock chain damage between you and your allies. Couple usual suspects: more health, more lethal, and Iron Man. Noticeably, faster venom is not on, so you don't have to worry about the venom coming too quickly on this map. So another thing I've mentioned going forward, the Coalition has mentioned when Operation 5 comes out, they're going to separate characters from classes, so you're going to be able to play any character with any class. So the characters that I'm showing you is essentially the classes that you want to be bringing into this map, and we're bringing Kate for her shotgun damage as well as her bleed damage with shotguns. We also have Paddock. His fear ability is going to be very helpful on this map with some of the scenarios with the Wardens. And then we've obviously got Cole for his melee kind of dash and bash abilities, very effective in meleeing and getting enemies off the board. So moving forward here, the very unique and cool thing about this map is that you have to basically trap Wardens away from you so they can't come after you because they're invincible, and you're going to be able to close and open doors and kind of trap these Wardens in ways that can keep them away from you, but in ways that you can still progress throughout the level, right? So what you have to do is kind of pay attention to where the Wardens are and then put them in areas where you can lock them away. So you kind of get them to the back of a room and then you shut the door on them. So you can see we've kind of trapped those two Wardens, but you do want to make your way to the left hand side because there is going to be an ammo room in here, and in this ammo room there's going to be a Marxa for Paddock. And Paddock has some abilities that are going to make him much more effective with a Marxa. There's also a boom shot in this room as well, and Paddock's just going to go ahead and pick that up. Now when you come into this safe room, there are a lot of juvies that are going to spawn kind of in the back of the safe room. There's nothing back there where those juvies spawn, so you don't have to worry about going back there checking for anything. But this room is really for Paddock. He's going to pick up the Marxa and the boom shot, and we're going to be moving forward. So once you've got all that, we're ready to exit. Nice, there's a shot grenade here, forgot about that. So once you've kind of grabbed all that, we're going to move on, and we're going to open this door here on our left hand side, and we're going to progress forward here. So we've already trapped those two Wardens kind of on the right hand side, so we don't really have to worry about them. But we do one of the things that we do is we like to kind of shut the doors behind us just in case, anything may come. But you're going to kind of head in this direction here, and once you go through that, you're going to head over to the right hand side. Now this is a pretty good choke point. You will have a Warden that comes after you, so you can kind of hear him walking up here. So you need to get everyone through this door, as quick as possible, and go ahead and shut this door. There is a Warden that's coming up right there, so you want to get that door shut. And that's one of the paths on the level where you shut that door and everything behind you can't reach you. Okay, there's only a couple points like that in the map, so we've kind of put ourselves in here. We didn't mean to shut both doors, but we have a few kind of drone type enemies and juvie type enemies to deal with. So we're gonna go ahead and clear those out. So this level's not too bad. It's actually pretty fun. It's very unique. But once you shut that door behind you, you're going to have your first set of drones and grenadiers, and this is where Kate is going to get her shotgun from one of those grenadiers. But right now, you've basically got, Paddock launching some boom shots, just taking out whatever he can, and, drones in the back there kind of pelting us. You have to be wary of that shock damage, okay? When they hit you, that shock damage can chain between you and your allies, and it can actually do quite a bit of damage. And you see right now I have the shock damage on me, and that can be pretty deadly. But what you're really trying to do is get this shotgun for Kate. So you can see that grenadier right here. He's got a shotgun. Once Kate's able to get that shotgun, it's going to open up a little bit for you. You're going to be able to do more damage as Kate. But right now, this is kind of the first set of enemies that you're going to encounter that you really have to deal with. So I'm kind of looking for that shotgun right now. Here it is, and I think I ended up going down trying to grab it. So you can see, actually right there, you can see that shock damage, how it chains between them and still was able to down Paddock there. So you have to be careful. But if you do go down, just have someone kind of stay back and you guys can crawl to him to get revived. There's no reason to press right here too fast. Remember, the faster venom isn't on this map, so you're really going to have plenty of time to advance. You don't really need to rush anything. But once you finally clear those enemies out, just head straight back, and there's going to be another ammo room that we're going to go into. And here's going to be some ammo pouches for Kate to get some additional ammo with her shotgun. Also some cog tabs to decrease your time if you're trying to get high leaderboards. But more importantly, we're getting a lot of ammo pouches for Kate, and now we've got a decent amount of shotgun ammo. Paddock's got his marks. This was a pretty surprising part here. I opened this door. I heard the warden, but I didn't realize he was right there, and I actually get pretty lucky because he slams down. If I had been a little bit more in front of him, he actually would have killed me there. So I actually got pretty lucky. So we're going to go ahead and try to trap this guy again as well. So you can see he kind of runs into the back of that room, get him as far away as possible, and then close that door and close this door, and now we've locked that warden away. So it's very unique in kind of locking these wardens away. It's pretty fun and very unique from kind of the other Hive maps. So once you've kind of trapped him, we're going to kind of head in this direction here, turn left, and we'll follow this path. Now this path again is a choke point, right? There's only one entryway, so you see us kind of shut the door behind us. Anytime we kind of get to an area that has a unique kind of choke point, we like to close that door. So Cole's going to use his ultimate here and just kind of clear out all the enemies. He's able to basically take everyone out with his ultimate right here, and we can go into the safe room and get past the first act of this level. So this is a very fun level. I don't think it's too difficult, but it is unique. But we're going to head in here. Going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit once Cole decides to join us up here, but we'll speed up this safe room a little bit while we're kind of going through here. But in here is some ammo as well, so you be sure you want to go ahead and grab all that. Take your showers, make sure you're clean and decontaminated for the next section. There is some stim packs in here, just some small stim packs. So we're moving on. So Paddock's again, he's got the boom shot, he's got the Marksa. I've got a shotgun basically with full ammo, and we're ready to progress into the second act of the Labyrinth. So moving on in here, we're going to go up this path here, and we're going to head straight to the right hand side. I'm going to head right to try to get behind this structure here because there are some drone type enemies coming from the front and a pouncer. So you want to kind of be able to have some cover in a way that you can still get shots on these enemies. So you can see I'm kind of shooting them in the back as they're kind of heading to the left here. You want to get some shots on this pouncer as soon as you can with Kate. So you can see I got down there. We actually got two people down right here. Militia's gonna come save the day as Cole. I'm gonna use my ability so I can go invisible and make sure I get everybody revived. But you just have to kind of take your time here. This took me by surprise. I was walking and I was, whoa, there's a claw drone right in front of me, and he meleeed me down. So I think I downed him. But finish him off. So just kind of take your time in this area. There is a lot of drone and sniper type enemies to deal with. You definitely want to just take your time here. They will advance on you, so you don't really have to press them as much. They will continue to press. But the thing about it is that shock damage is just lethal. I was checking the left-hand side to see if maybe there was a flanking route that I could kind of get shots on the side from them, but there wasn't. But these claw enemies with that shock damage is absolutely lethal. They can take you out really quickly, and that's even with the decreased claw damage that they updated in Operation 4. So the claws themselves are not as deadly as they used to be. They decrease the damage and they decrease the accuracy of the claw type enemies. So that's a little bit helpful. They don't down you as fast, but unfortunately with the shock damage on top of the claw, it's very, very deadly. So we're heading up this path here, and there's going to be a couple drones. This is a pretty tricky part right here, because you head up this path and you can hear one drone right here, and there's also a safe room to the right. So you could actually take that warden down that path. You saw me turn around, but the door was already closed. You could actually take that one warden down that path and then run back up and close the door and trap him down there. Because once you come to the safe room, a second warden is going to spawn. So now we've got two wardens coming at us, and we get into a very tricky situation here, because we shock them, and we're like, all right, let's head out. But unfortunately, somebody went down, and I was like, oh crap. And then I'm out here trying to kind of wait for them so I can shut the door, but then all of a sudden two pouncers come. So now I'm stuck and I'm kind of busy. I can't really help them out. But you saw what they did was Paddock activated his fear ability, and activating that fear ability, they were able to fear the wardens and then run out and close the doors. So that's one thing about this level where Paddock becomes very useful, is having that fear ability, because it does work on the wardens. So that was kind of a tricky situation. What I think is maybe a little bit better is to take that first warden down the path that we came up and go ahead and lock him away. That way when you go to the safe room, you've only got one additional warden to deal with. So we're kind of heading to the final room here. We're going to go in here. Cole, this is a good place for Cole to activate his ultimate, because there's a lot of drone type enemies in here, so he can try to take out as many of them as he can. As Kate, I'm going to kind of progress around to the other side so I can get some flanking shots on some of these drone enemies and try to take out as many as I can. And you want to do this part relatively quickly, because there is a warden. You want to take out as many drones as you can, because you're going to have to fall back when the warden presses you, right? So we've taken out a decent amount of the drones. We're going to go ahead and revive Cole here, and now we've kind of got to deal with the wardens. So it's time to head back, and basically what we're going to do is we're just going to head back. You see we didn't close many of the doors behind us coming into this section, because we're going to run way back. We're going to run through like 3 different doorways all the way back, and that's going to give us ample opportunity to close, you know, a door and lock him away. You know, if he's able to, say, get through one of them, you know, eventually he's going to be behind a door. So you can see we've led him all the way back here, and then now we're all going to kind of sprint forward. And, you know, I think we are able to lock him into the first room, but again, if not, it doesn't matter. You know, to see they locked him in the first door, but let's say he got through that one, you could have locked him in that second door, or you could have locked him right here on the third door. So ample opportunity to lock him away if you run him all the way back. So then we're back to this room. We've got a few drones left to deal with, not too many because we killed a significant amount of them earlier, but we got a few left to take out, a couple snipers, but not too bad. And you're not going to have any wardens to deal with, obviously, at the door, right? So that's, you know, you don't have to worry about an invincible warden coming to the door. That would be crazy. So once you've cleared out that room, you're ready to head and exit and hit the switch. To the right there where the enemies are going to spawn when you hit the door switch. So we're ready to do it and kind of get the labyrinth out of the way. This has been a very fun map. So we're going to hit this switch, and, you know, I think a toss a shock grenade, you know, out here kind of slow the enemies down a little bit. But I'm just going to kind of stand here to the left of the door, keep some cover, shotgun enemies as I can. Obviously, we're all just kind of blasting away, trying to prevent any enemies from coming through the door. Kate's very efficient here. She can take out a significant amount of enemies pretty quickly. And then if the enemies do get close enough, you can see Paddock just feared them, and they actually will kind of stop moving. So that's going to wrap it up for the Labyrinth. This is a very fun and a very unique map. I really enjoyed it, kind of locking away the wardens. You know, a lot of crazy moments in playing this level, but it was very fun. I hope you guys find the guide helpful. If you like it, as always, feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next Gears 5 Escape map on Master Difficulty.